All right, today we're talking about hybrid events. Yay! Talking all about that one key thing that you really need to know about. The one concept, the one factoid. And it's not continue to dress to the desk. Oh, I do love that though. Got a new toy I can share with you. Go out for a quick chat. Join me, kicking off soon. Oh, I hope you're getting ready. 20 seconds to go. It's the final countdown. Welcome. Hey, we're kicking off another exciting Get Events On live stream here, wherever you're watching. I am Warwick Merry, and I am a triple certified event producer and host. But that's not important. What is important is your next event. Now, there's a lot of events out there. Here in Australia, people are going live. Yay, getting back to live events. I've got to tell you, though, very comfy here behind my desk. It's very nice. I can speak to the world, feel very safe, not have to travel anywhere, don't have to queue up for airports, don't have to worry about parking. Love it. Plus, I get really intimate conversations with people because I'm looking eye to eye to however many people are watching and joining in. But there's one key thing that makes any online and hybrid event even better. If you're into events, and maybe you are because you're watching, so why wouldn't you be? Why not tag a few of your event buddies? Maybe you're a producer or an event organizer or PCO. If you think this is of value, I'd love it if you tag it and share that love around. So if you are looking at producing your next hybrid event, and why wouldn't you? Because international travel is shot. I know we're getting ready. There's been some stuff in the news today about having some kind of vaccine passport or some way of testing who has or hasn't been vaccinated for their travel. But then it's like, well, what vaccine and what locations? And just because you're vaccinated doesn't. So there's a whole lot of that we're trying to sort out. So what it means for us as international event organisers is we're not going to be travelling, so we've got to do it a different way, and that's where hybrid events come in. Also, geographically, hybrid events are fantastic because it cuts down on travel costs, cuts down a whole lot of meals expenses and other ancillary costs to do with events as well. So maybe you should consider hybrid for your next event. But here's the thing. When it comes to hybrid events, I'm a huge believer that they are pretty much like Frankenstein's monster. They take the worst of both worlds and shove them together if you do them wrong. And it takes a lot of effort to do them right. And there's one key concept that really makes the big difference, and that's what we're talking about today. So look, without further ado, let me release the concept. It's like a big launch, isn't it? I feel like, Steve Jobs, here's about a new concept. And the new concept is really quite simple, and that is you want to create two-way TV. One-way TV is not enough. A lot of the event organisers I talk to are talking about how we can make it just like a TV show. We produce it and we just let it go, get it out there. But there's a lot of people who find when you let it go, it's really annoying. So just one way, it's like, well, why would you do that? I can just get the video and watch it afterwards. I want to be involved. And that's the conversation I've been having with a lot of the delegates for some of the events that I've been part of is they want the event done with them and not just to them. So when you're having this one-way broadcast, it's just being done to them. They want, and because we're now dealing with a Twitter generation, so when we're at an event, we're on Twitter and we're telling our friends what we think about it. We're asking our questions and we're doing everything that we do. So two-way TV is a great way to include them. This is what I mean by two-way TV. So you might have a pre-record of your presenter because it's a weird time of the day or night, depending on what country they're from. So you do a pre-record, that way you're safe, you know that the AV is going to stay connected, you're not going to have an internet dropout, it's all going to be great. So you can just play the video. But that's not enough. What makes it even better and creates that two-way TV is get the presenter to actually be online in the chat box, to be encouraging and having that conversation with the chat box, making It's all about how do we make the delegates the star of the show so that our experts who are coming in are sharing ideas, but they're getting ideas from the delegates. They're taking into account some of their different circumstances. They're changing on the fly their presentation to meet the needs of what's going on. Now, you can do it with pre-record by having someone in the chat box. You can do it with actual live presentation online by making sure that the presenter can see the stream of questions, or is at least having an opportunity to get input from the audience. And it can be either via surveys or chat box, or there's a whole stack of tools out there that you know all about. But there's got to be a way for the delegates to communicate with the presenters, either before, during, or after the session, so that and then have that information acted on so that they're part of the process. Now, it may well be that there's pre-surveys done. It may well be that there's that opportunity for Q&A, but don't just wait to the end. Get them involved every step of the way. So it becomes more of a dialogue than a monologue. It's not just me, the expert, head on stick saying, you should do this. It's like, let's talk case studies. Let's get you involved as part of it. What you'll find is your engagement boosts because all of a sudden your delegates are thinking, this is about us. This is using our language. This is taking into account our considerations. It's not just the expert waffling on, for want of a better term. So make it involved and engaged with them. What it means for your presenters is it's harder. It's hard work. They're going to have to look at what do we need to do to have breaks, to engage people, particularly if it's hybrid. How do we make sure that the people who are sitting in the room are having the same kind of experience as the people who are online, and vice versa? So if the presenter's in the room with audiences and they say, hey, turn to each other and talk about, they've got to make sure they're doing the same thing with the people who are online. So, it makes a big difference. So just be sure that you're ready for that kind of thing, that you can have ways that you can get people included. So get that sort of stuff happening with your event. Make sure that you are included. I call it two-way TV because it's the presenter and the delegates are broadcasting and communicating to each other. We want our conferences of the future to not be just a collection of monologues, but a collection of dialogues. Or trialogues or quadlogogues or whatever they're called, when everyone gets a chance to talk. And we can facilitate that really well with the technology that we have. So why aren't we using it more? Yes, for our presenters, it means they're going to have to crank it up a notch. And some of my presenter buddies hate me when I say this, but it's like, get better. Get better at the engagement and the tools that you use. So I'm really interested. How do you use your presentation modes to have two-way TV? How do you get people further involved? Thanks, Philippe. I appreciate it. Philippe's just popped a little comment there. I appreciate your feedback. So how do you get people involved in your events? How do you get them so that they're not just subject to the event, but actually part of it? If you can focus on the concept of two-way TV, I'm sure that your future events will be superb. And if you need some help, reach out to me. I'm happy to give you different ideas. And for those of you who want some ways to be a better online presenter pro, check out the get7keys.com. It's a free resource of 7 keys, and we talk about the different ways that you can do it. In fact, online there's actually 9, but check it out. There's a video and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, check out that link there, onlinepresenterpro.com/get7keys. Thanks for joining me today. That's all I wanted to talk about, the concept of two-way TV. Love it, embrace it, use it, reach out if you need any help with it. You've been fantastic. I've been Warwick. See you next time on the Get Events Online show every Thursday at 9 a.m. Melbourne time or thereabouts. It's a bit sort of, couple of minutes either side. All right, that's it. I'm just hanging around here for a little bit to wrap up the end because it shuts off really quick on some services. So that's it. Thank you so much. Appreciate your love and support and all the joys of online events. All right, I'll